What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos, coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. Today, we will be discussing the Delphi case and if there is any connection to a recent arrest in Delphi of a man by the name of Daniel James Norfleet. And we'll get going here in just a few. What's up, Christine? Jacqueline? Salty Sleuth? Inquisitive? Hiawatha? Good to see you guys. Doris? Yeah, he was just arrested not too long ago. So today is the 24th. Charges were filed on the 20th. It's about 3 days ago. So he has 5 charges with aggravating factors, and we'll go into these. I'll break this down for you guys here in just a little bit. What's up, Nixon? H. Nixon. Cindy, welcome in. Audrey, how are you? Good morning. Candace, what's up? Good morning, Leslie. Jill, good to see you. Silas, Diamond, Sparky, what's up? D, Heather, Jennifer, good to see you. And Danny B. What's up, Frank? Is the guy that lived in the Patty's rental? I don't know. Did he? If he lived in one of their rentals, that'd be interesting. What's up, Melissa? Sherry. Here's another photo from his Facebook. He kind of looks like the old sketch. He's got the same face. What's up, Jody? Welcome. Samantha, good to see you. Frank says no. No to the Patty rental. So the first time I heard of this guy was on Thomas Frost's channel. This isn't a very good image. I'm sure he has a better image. But this was the screenshot that I took. And I remember the title of the video had something to do with Bicycle Bridge Road, saying that this address was close. It's really not that close by, near where they served that search warrant, but it is close to Bicycle Bridge Road, but not where the search warrant was served. But they served this warrant on April 11th of 2023, and they didn't make an arrest until 4 days ago. Isn't that strange? All right. So, of course, you guys know where the Monon High Bridge is located. Well, this is where they served the warrant, the Maxwell warrant on Bicycle Bridge Road. And this is the home that was searched. So it's definitely close to the CVS and where Kelsey worked, right up the street. Thing about Delphi is, though, everything is right up the street. What's up, Jerry? Okay, and then we recently, the next time I heard this guy's name was from ISP. They posted something, I believe this was on Facebook or Twitter. And it says here, Delphi man arrested on CSAM charges. Carroll County, Indiana, an investigation conducted by members of the Indiana State Police Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force has resulted in the arrest of Daniel James Norfleet, 55. So he's just a few years older than Richard Allen, same age as, I think, that Nebergall character. James Norfleet, 55, of Delphi, Indiana. The investigation began following a cyber tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. After an extensive investigation, detectives gathered sufficient information to obtain a search warrant for Norfleet's resident on April 11th, 2023. And I think it was Frost and Indie Archives, if I'm not mistaken. They were out doing what they do. The drone was in the air. Frost was reporting, boots on the ground, and then boom, they ran right into this police activity that was going on at this home. They weren't sure at the time what was going on. They were speculating maybe drugs, and they had the name Dan. Well, of course, it didn't take us long to figure out just through the video who they were referring to, who Dan Norfleet was. We found his Facebook, and we didn't really see any connection. But I did find something interesting. I'll show you in just a little bit. After an extensive investigation, detectives gathered sufficient information to obtain a search warrant for Norfleet's resident on April 11th, 2023. Detectives executed the search warrant, leading to the seizure of various items from Norfleet's home. Forensic examinations of the seized items indicated possession of CSAM. Following a thorough investigation, the findings were presented to Carroll County Prosecutor's Office, who applied for and issued an arrest warrant for Norfleet. Okay, so you're telling me it took over a year. Took them over a year to find this information. Thank you, Leslie. So if it takes you over a year to find this information and they have your laptops and all of your devices, imagine how hard it's going to be if you get rid of those devices. Thank you, Leslie. What's up, V? Yep, another KK situation. Yeah, why would it take so long, Doris? It didn't take that long with Kagan Klein. It took like a week or two, I think. Okay, let me read this quick article. I'll show you guys a photograph, and then we'll talk about it. However long this live stream is up to you guys. I just wanted to talk about what was going on. It went really from a nothing burger to something that is very interesting to me. interesting in two ways. One, this could be connected to the Delphi case, possibly. Two, that there's multiple people exploiting children in and around Delphi that aren't even connected to each other. That's equally disturbing. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, Doris. Let's start looking at these connections. Start digging up some info. Yeah, I remember that, Sherry. Hey, Ziggy. Eyes on the road. Good to see you. All right. Members of the Indiana State Police Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force conducted an investigation which resulted in the arrest of Daniel James Norfleet, 55, of Delphi, Indiana. The investigation began following a cyber tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. After an extensive investigation, detectives gathered sufficient information to obtain a search warrant for Norfleet's residence. On April 11th, 2023, detectives executed the search warrant, leading to the seizure of various items from Norfleet's home. Forensic examinations of the seized items indicated possession of CSAM. Following a thorough investigation, the findings were presented to Carroll County Prosecutor's Office, who applied for and issued an arrest warrant. So that would have been McClellan. Subsequently, detectives obtained and served an additional search warrant along with the arrest warrant on June 20th, 2024. Norfleet was safely taken into custody and transported to the Carroll County Jail. 5 counts of possession of child porn, a level 5 felony, and 4 counts of possession of child pornography. The Carroll County Prosecutor's Office will determine if further charges are warranted. Members of the Indiana State Police Digital Forensic Unit, Indiana State Police Lafayette District, Indiana State Police SWAT North Team, Carroll County Prosecutor's Office, Boone County Case, and Tippecanoe County Prosecutor's Office supported the investigation. So they served another search warrant. I wonder if this is when they found new evidence. Maybe while investigating, they uncovered maybe a secret compartment or a hiding place within the home. I'm just very confused. If this is a CSAM case, why would it take them so long? April 11th of 2023, and they barely made an arrest a few days ago. But they did serve a new search warrant. So I'm wondering if they found something during the second search. Hiawath says not connected to each other as far as we can find. Then again, we're not on CSAM sites. Yeah, honestly, you would have to be on like Meet Me. You would have to really go undercover, deep into places that you would probably get yourself in legal trouble just being in the same like online group as these folks. You would really have to go into the underbelly, not quite the dark web, but close, to really find any real connection. And then you would have to have some skills as far as I would say IT, maybe at least trying to track and make any kind of connections and stuff like that. But definitely a shit ton of digging in places you wouldn't want to be. Here's a list of the email addresses that were associated with Norfleet. The only one that stood out to me was a Janet Levine. I think she's an Indiana attorney, possibly, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if there's any connection to him. And then whatever this is. Dora says, I still say it's all dark web associated worldwide. Look what happened to the Catholic Church and the pedophile. Why all over the world? Well, these sick people, they know how to hide and they help each other hide, I think. It's like this secret group. It's kind of like drug addicts. I used to have a friend. Well, I have a friend that used to be a drug addict. And one thing I noticed, you can walk into a really busy room at an event and two drug addicts will be able to identify each other, perfect strangers, from across the room for whatever reason. It takes them 5 minutes to find the other drug addict in the room. And before you know it, those two are sneaking off doing drugs. I think it's very similar to these type of folks. I don't think it takes them long to identify each other, especially online in weird rooms using aliases, catfishing, maybe indicators within their name. It's a good question, Jacqueline. Why over a year to arrest? Well, we know that they just served another search warrant, so I'm wondering if they found something new. Because if he had anything on his devices, you think they would have found it within the first 2 weeks. Maybe, Samantha. That does happen. They do make deals. I just don't know why they would serve another search warrant. Maybe he didn't hold up his end of the bargain. Yeah, we can talk about that, Cindy, because there's two things going on here. We're dealing with the sick guy with no connection to Richard Allen, Keegan Klein, and all that stuff. He's just another sick person right there in the middle of all of it. So either he's connected in some way and he knows Richard Allen and he might know what Richard Allen's been up to. Because, I mean, think about it. They had this guy's devices. It took over a year to finally make an arrest. Imagine if he would have gotten rid of all of those devices. Then what? What's up, Piper's Dream? Good to see you. Yeah, that is a lot of email addresses. Let's see. Juno, Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, Bright.net, PacBell.net, Alltel.net, WebTV.com, Bright.net, Box25.com. Yeah, and I'm not talking about druggies that are high and living on the street. I'm talking about somebody that's cleaned up. You would never know that they were a drug addict. You know, they're not walking around with bloodshot eyes and messy hair going, give me some money. No, I'm talking they just look normal. But to other drug addicts, there's something going on where they just can tell. It's fucking weird. Danny B. Good point. Maybe a new witness. That's what I'm hoping for. That is what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm shooting for here. All these charges, he wants to make his life better. He's not facing murder or anything. If he has anything on Richard Allen, let's hear that shit. Let's make a deal. Tinfoil Hat Club. It's odd. Florida is full of convicted pedophiles, and it's common knowledge. There's even that huge community that is nothing but registered sex offenders. And then there's Indiana. What do you mean by Florida? Are you from Florida, or are you trying to make a connection to Florida and Indiana? Hi, Wild says, "Oh, I didn't know they had another search warrant. I think when they arrested him on the 20th, just about 3.5 days ago, according to the article, they served another search warrant." What's up, Charlotte? Jamie, what's up? Good to see you. How you doing? Indiana also full of pedophiles, but they somehow hide themselves very well, it seems. Well, let's look at the charges. And I could be wrong on this, but this is the way I'm reading them. So he's charged with 35 42 4 4, and then an aggravating factor. So that's child exploitation, possession of CSAM, and then looks like the aggravating factor is however the offense of possession of CSAM described in subsection is a level 5 felony if the sexual conduct, matter, performance, or incident depicts or describes a child who the person knows and is less than 18 years of age. So, not only that, I believe part of the charge was that he was sharing them. So he's distributing CSAM with somebody that he knows that's underage. Is the way I'm reading it. There you go, Samantha. And my buddy tried to explain it to me. He says those are the dangers of addiction. You walk into a room full of strangers and you can tell the addict. And before you know it, you both are finding reasons to sneak outside. You have to wonder if the timing of the arrest is strategic. I don't know. I'm very curious. I was hoping you guys would know. All right, let me go into the only connection that I've found so far. Now, this is a photograph that's on Dan Norfleet's Facebook, and it was posted on October 6, 2018, and timestamp 2008. You guys recognize anybody in this photograph? Now, these kids are all adults now, so. Does anybody look familiar to you? So this isn't even really a connection. This is just something that gave me a little bit of evidence that there may be a connection. What's up, Audra? There was a second search warrant in this case, definitely plausible. Found something else during the year's time. Good to see you, Audra. There you go, Diamonds. Kelsey is right here in the photograph. And I believe this is one of Kelsey and Libby's friends right there in the middle. And I believe that is the daughter of Dan. So I can't just look at this photo and say, hey, they're friends. But I mean, they could be. Yep, that's Kelsey. Yeah, Danny, don't cheat. Danny's got character. So I don't know if it means anything. Not quite sure. But there she is right there. And I'm assuming it was Dan taking the photo. And now we will open it up for discussion. That is her older sister. Oh, yeah, Pipers. Hey, what's up, Jari? Thank you. Shout out to Leslie and Jari. Good to see you, man. What you been up to? I mean, it's just such a small town. Does it mean anything? Does it mean anything that it appears that Kelsey is the same age as his daughter? He's around the same age as Richard Allen? Is he one of these creeps floating around these CSAM groups? Is he a tentacle? Yes. Return the Diamonds. There's a few more photos of the event, and it looks like they may be on a field trip of sorts. Good to see you, Chopper. So we could be dealing with some small town America or something that we don't know a whole lot about. Hey, what's up, Tony? Well, if you're just joining us, back on April 11th of 2023, Thomas Frost went live or made a video about the SWAT team serving a search warrant near Bicycle Bridge Road. It is close to Bicycle Bridge Road, but it's not really close to where they served the search warrant on Bicycle Bridge Road. Either way, they speculated that it was relating to drugs, but they also wondered if it was connected to the Delphi murders. Well, nothing really happened from that when they served that search warrant until about 4 days ago. They served another search warrant on the home and arrested Daniel James Norfleet for CSAM. And if I'm reading the charges correctly, it appears that he knows the victim and that the victim is under 18. And that he was also sharing those photos. So that sounds a lot like Keegan Klein and the people that he was connected to. I don't know. The thing that scares me with these folks who have CSAM is that it's almost like it's evidence of much worse. Like it starts as CSAM, and then it's just not enough. You know, they got to go out there and do it in real life. The fantasy of torture and killing and raping, it's just not enough. It was good for a little while, but it's not working anymore. It's time to escalate. Well, we were talking about a post. You might be talking about this, Tony. Photograph taken in 2008. Gentleman in question, Dan Norfleet, posted this October 6th, 2018. Why? Why did he post it? 10 years later, a year after the murders, and in this photograph is Kelsey. So that could be nothing. You know, more of that small town America, or it could be something. Sparky, I think it was a field trip. There's a few more photographs from that day posted. I don't know. It's more of a crotch rocket. What's up, Cryptex? Good to see you. Welcome in, Peggy. I agree with that. I do here in my area. I know where they all are. I know where every one of them is, and I know what they look like. Yes. What's up, Anthony? This is the same house that Thomas Frost was reporting on April 11th. And I think he put up a few photographs of the SWAT team out front. He speculated that it was related to drugs, and he gave us the name Dan. He didn't give us the last name, but of course, the sleuth, it took him 5 minutes. We knew who he was. We knew where he lived. We knew where the address was. And it was this gentleman. But we never really talked about it because he wasn't charged. He didn't get charged with anything until 4 days ago. They served another search warrant at his home, and then they arrested him for CSAM. And if I'm reading the charges correctly, it's somebody that he knows. He was also distributing the CSAM. Thank you, Joey. So I want to thank Leslie Kingston, Jerry, and Joey. I appreciate you guys. Good to see you and Anthony. Welcome in, guys. Jerry says, this case drives me crazy, bro. With all the child killer defenders at this point, I only watch you and Tom Webster. Yeah, I like Tom. Too much wild speculation with little to no factual evidence. Yeah, we do a lot of speculating here, but we always make sure we're basing it off something that's factual and something that could actually realistically exist or happen. High probability. Hey, what's up, Cheeks? Discord is kind of like I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's like a private chat or a chat that you can join. I don't know, maybe somebody can do a better job of describing what Discord is. I think originally it was designed for gamers. You could live stream, you could chat, and then it's just kind of evolved. But yeah, we have a members only Discord. Once you become a member and request the link, you can gain access to it. Nixon says Turbo just dropped her video on Norfleet. I'll have to go take a look at it. Not sure yet, Nixon. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I just haven't seen anything solid as far as the dark web is concerned. Some discussion with when it pertains to Keegan Klein, but nothing solid that I've seen. Thank you, Joey. You think this is in every sketch? I don't know. Well, I guess I do think it looks like Richard Allen too, a little bit. But the things that are sticking out here are, I think it would be the nose, maybe. Very specific nose. It's like squared at the end. And then you have these, what do you call those? Like these creases that come under your cheek from your nostrils. I don't know, Sherry. I wouldn't doubt it. I just haven't seen any evidence or anything like that. Cheek says the Discord is basically an active forum that you can archive information and you can also use it as a voice chat. Oh, and you can have watch parties there. You guys can hang out. We can watch documentaries, videos, and comment on it together. But I think that's the best part of it. It's an archive. We've been putting information into the Discord for the last 2 years now. And if we need to go back, all we have to do is type in a certain term or word and it'll pull up all those discussions. So yeah, it's pretty cool. When you use it that way. $2008, Sherry. Yeah, my Discord is a group chat with other members of this YouTube channel. That's the easiest way to describe it. So they did the same thing with him that they did with KK. Didn't arrest him, let him run free, then went back and arrested him over a year later. Wow. Yeah, that's a good point, huh? Good point, Anthony. Because even though that they got all of the shit off of Keegan Klein's devices within 2 weeks through Celebrite, which is a third-party company that helps law enforcement with their digital forensics, they had everything in 2 weeks off of his phones. But yeah, you're right. They didn't arrest him for 3 years. That is a great point. You got it, Peggy. Everybody's welcome. I just ask that you be respectful and no family bashing. Pretty simple. Yeah, that was fun, Diamonds. YouTube took it off very quickly, but doesn't matter. We still had fun. We'll do that again in a few days, I think, just to hang out, shoot the shit. Yeah, we have voice chat. ISP, I believe, arrested him. Rumble? I use Rumble. I have a Rumble account. The only problem I have with Rumble is, well, I guess I have a few problems. They're partnered with PayPal, and I don't like PayPal. I've boycotted them. What's up, Tech Death? All right, guys, I think that's going to do it. Unless you guys have anything else you wanted to add. That's everything I have on this Daniel Norfleet character. I was hoping you guys had a little bit more. So just the strange photo of Kelsey, similarity to the older looking sketch, and the CSAM charges in him being from Delphi. And then something that Anthony France just brought up, that just like Keegan Kline, they didn't arrest him right away. So this tells me they were trying to look for other actors, maybe. Back under the Delphi rock. Hopefully, I'll see you guys in the chat. Replay crew, you know what to do. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about today's live stream. Shout out to Leslie, Jerry, and Joey for supporting my channel, and all my members and all the mods that hold it down in the chat. Thank you guys. Take care. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.